Welcome, everyone. We are back for another big episode on the GG Million Season 2023, Episode 38. We got the man, the myth, Jared Jaffe in the building. Jared, how are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Hey, listen, your resume says it all. 6.5 plus in live earnings, two-time WPT champ. You've also won a World Series of Poker bracelet. You've done a lot of other very impressive things in poker, and one of the Twitter personalities. If you don't give him a follow, you should do that. We're going to talk more about Jared, but a big final table today with a lot of household names. I know you're not really grinding online tournaments, but some of these guys are on and off the felt. We got big names. We're going to go and run through that today. Who we have, of course, the prize pool is juicy, Jared. This is a 10K from Sunday. Every Tuesday, the final table plays out. I know you watch every episode and you're dialed into the GG Millions, but here's a look at the payouts. 337 up top, over $250,000 to second. So very loaded, very exciting to play for today. We got again, big prize money. Everyone guaranteed about 50 grand minimum, 166 total entrants, 9 remain. And we are on a slight delay. As always, we pick up the action for the final table and a look at who is playing in the final table. Names that don't need an intro. There is a big lead. Well, between first, second, Oli Shemian has won 4 times the GG Millions. He has got 100 big blinds. Matthew Stumpf also a crusher, has won. Nicholas Sostet, one of the most accomplished players in online poker history. I believe 5 titles he has got. So pretty impressive. And Samuel Muller, the guy who just won also a guest just recently on the show. So some run good for him. He was on and he took down a GG Millions recently. And he's the one who won the 25K in the Bahamas, the $13 million prize pool. Young gun, 26-year-old. Getting heat, knowing a little thing about a heater. Jared Jaffe again joins us today. We'll be calling the action alongside. We'll do a wager. Jared, are you in for a little dinner bet? We'll do a snake draft, red or black, and we go from there. You good with that?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's gamble.
Let's do it. Let's gamble while we're young. We're gonna pick up the action. I'll let you choose red or black for the next flop.
I'm gonna take black.
Black it is. Gonna hit the thumbs up myself on the show because that is something you can do on YouTube. We will have a giveaway later for you, $50 or $100. What's up, Geralda? Some familiar faces here joining us on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys. Again, appreciate you hitting the thumbs up, and a pretty innocuous 8 that's gonna spike Oli into the lead as the player in the small blind is gonna call. And look at this, going for value, just kind of recognizing there's gonna be a lot of mid-low pairs, also some suited broadways that would flat, like Jack Queen. Queen King wants to charge a bit. So very, again, Ole doesn't need an introduction, just kind of knows where he's at all times. And a tough decision there for AD, we'll call him. That's a tough name, not going to attack that one. We'll say good fold, Ole at 4.1 million. And red or black, you said black. So we will have a flop. And Jared, what's going on, man? Talk to me. Tell me about what's coming up. You're playing live, you're grinding, you're traveling. What's on your...
Yeah, no, I'm in Florida right now. I just played the Hard Rock, heading back to Vegas in another tomorrow, supposedly, if I get on the plane. And then just maybe play some Poker Go stuff and take it easy the next month or so, play some cash.
Very, very nice. What's your playing early morning percentage? Is that like a 70%? Are you 95, 8 a.m.? I mean, that's early flight. Are you going to make that for sure?
I'd say like 65%.
Okay. So you kind of just, it's nice when you don't have a set 9 to 5. There's not as much pressure. You can get the later one or just click it in. So I get it.
Yeah. But I got that live flat seat. Those only come once a day.
Ooh. All right. Well, that's, probably you're in the 90s then. This is a tough spot for Jans Aarons. What are you doing here, Mr. Jaffe? Under the gun +1, open 9-handed, big ICM. This is not an easy spot.
I'm just going to call here, most likely.
You said call or surf it in?
No, I'm probably calling here.
Okay. I think, well.
Actually, I'm sorry. I didn't see the stack size. My bad. I'm shoving. Sorry.
And shove it is, and it's close. I mean, you could see, I think Jans was tanking, and rightfully so. Samuel with a bit of a frustrating spot. Last guy doesn't get it through. Also could have maybe, if he did flat, has the potential to win post flop if both players don't connect, and a no flop. So we're still sweating red or black, and we got aces in the big blind for Samuel Voosten. Also one of the most experienced players, and again, a loaded final table. Jans Aarons, I think, was up for player of the year. He's one of the breakout. He's just been having an amazing year. Live player as well, really talented. And this is a treat. We're going to see the 8-9 limp, and of course, aces in the big blind. Not going to be checking back here. He does go for a raise. as 8-9 off. Expects to get popped here a lot. There is some definitely shorter stacks or similar stacks. Doesn't want to get too out of line. Does just fold there. The ace is still no flop, Jared. These guys are since we've started.
Yeah, nobody wants to see us gambling tonight, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work today, Jared. We're gonna get a flop. We're gonna get some action. We're gonna get the audience in on a 50 or 100. I got a retweet as well for 50 cash. I know Jared's a Twitter active. We want him to retweet that when that gets out. Let me see. And let's see if it's out. Again, let us know where you're watching from. Hope you're having a great day and some of the best in the world to do it today. So I don't know. We might not get a flop here either. This is like a min raise, ace king.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say we're not going to see a flop here either.
Wow.
We should be increasing the bet every hand that goes by without a flop.
I just thought of this. Like literally, as you said, it took the words out of my mouth. We could have a lot of dinners on the line. We're add guests to the dinner, right? Not just me and you. Yeah. That's a +1, +2. Yeah. Like it could start getting a little juicy. I know you roll deep in Vegas. You could have it could be an expensive. I'm just +1. I got wifey and that's it. You could tax me here and look at the small size. I mean, just so.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Enticing. That's been a theme. That's something you've noticed more and more. That's happens where the 3-bet sizings are a lot smaller at final tables. I'm sure you are caught up on studying. You've won a bunch of titles and crushed tournaments, so I'm sure you're up to the newest, latest trends in the poker.
Yeah, I mean, most of the trends I started myself, so I don't even need to study them. They're mine.
Yes, that's what I figured. So I don't want to. Wow, look at that.
Jeez, this is like 6 in a row. We could have basically been betting a house at this point.
Yeah, or a small condo
or an apartment.
Yeah, that's definitely one in there. Was that I'm sorry, that was deuce 4 folded by Ole. I thought that was ace deuce, but either way, it is not a flop, and
maybe we see a flop here.
We could definitely see a flop. I think we're favorites.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have the Twitter. I should have a tweet out, man. We're trying to get extra action, a little $50 retweet giveaway. Let's see. Come on, Matt. The big stack against the tough player, Queen 10, does take a flop, and we have.
There we go. You win. Flop. It's red.
So, okay, we do not have the tweet out yet. We will get that. So it's red. So I can either go first or second and third. That's the thing. And this is actually, damn. Should have probably looked ahead. This is like when you 3-bet light in a tournament, and then you don't have a plan when the flop comes. Like, what's going on? So I'm kind of there right now. I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah, but you should have experience without having a plan.
I should. Well, yeah, I should. Let's see. I'm gonna go with first pick. You get second and third would be tough. All right, I'm gonna defer. I'm gonna go to second and third. Actually, I just think I gotta do it. So I'm gonna let you have first pick here. I should wait till the hand is over. Actually, decide that. But well, that's fine. You got it. You got first pick.
I'm taking Ole regardless of the hand result. So
you're just all in on Ole. I think that's smart. I like that. I just felt like the second, third with man. Actually, though it's tight between. You know what? I'm gonna go. So I'll take Matt and Samuel. The guys battling in the pot just for the 2-3 punch, and then we go alternate the whole way through now.
Yeah, I'll take Nicholas.
And maybe I should have gone. I think actually I should have gone first because I would have just basically had the reverse, and that I like that combo pack. And look at this bet from Matt though. He's gonna go ahead and Samuel beats 10-8, beats Queen 10, loses to most else, and a nice bet from Matt there as he does force the fold. So okay, so I've got who did you just took Nicholas, right? It's my pick.
Yeah.
All right, I will take. Just take a look at I'll take my man from Ukraine there, AD. We're gonna call him AD.
All right, I'll take Jans.
Yeah, I actually don't like how this is like shaking out with picks and the names and who I know and what's going on here. I feel like this kind of got out of hand.
You're drafting like the Jets.
This is crazy, actually. All right, I'm going to go with my guy, Sam, who is a recent champion and the GGMillion live champion. So I'll take the Austria flag, which is always tough. We're going to got to have at least one Austria flag out of the 3. So I'll take Sam Mueller.
Okay, I'll grab, what's his name, Demir?
Okay, and then we each have 4, right? I guess I'll throw the short stack. We'll just put in the field. We'll each have 4, and that's a wash.
Okay, there it is.
4-4. Good luck, everyone. It's 50 if Jared's players win, 100 GG ticket if one of mine win. And then we do have a tweet, which should go out very shortly, which will be a $50 retweet opportunity. And we're watching some high stakes poker today. AD with the lead, outflops queens. Was that a flat pre-flop or?
I believe so. Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I wonder what maybe might squeeze sometimes, or just that he's just so comfortable in post flop or knows the aces come a lot. I don't know. I mean, it's just a bit of a bizarre flat with that particular hand in that spot. But this guy is definitely one of the more experienced and tougher players. Yeah. So I'm interested.
Yeah, I probably, especially with his stack size, I probably would have raised there, try to make it look like I'm, squeezing when I'm so strong there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, not the end of the world. Not going to be a big pot. He does get out flopped. The other side of it is if he had just 3-bet, he'd probably take it down, right? He would have just picked it up pre-flop.
I'd rather win the pot than lose the pot if gun to my head.
It's a good strategy. I'm just, there's also some disguise, deception, other things that can happen. You're also inviting with queens multi-way, right? The big blind to come along, and then
I mean, the big blind's gonna be calling there a lot in that situation, as he did and flopped the pair, but easy fold for him on the flop.
Ace 10 off with that action multi-way, decides not to bet the river, does get the good news, wins the pot. So a nice swing for AD. As Matt, though, 4.6 million is in first place still. Ace 4 suited for Jans. This is definitely one of the more stacked final tables. This happens a lot, but this is like a lot of big names. I think Nicholas has won 5 times. Ole's won 4 times, and there's multiple winners.
How many times have you won?
I've never, since the GG Millions, I haven't played. I really don't play. I mean, Twitch, this was before my day. Like this is season 1, 2, 3. I've been, I'm a broadcaster podcast host now, Jared. I don't really play the high stakes, the 10Ks, and I live in Florida, so that also does not help to be able to play. And I'm just, I'm a commentator, podcaster, father now, Jared. Just sort of enjoying safer behind the lens here.
I like that. Way to conserve your money. I know you've got a lot of it. You don't want to give it away.
Well, listen, I just told you my 9-month-old said data yesterday. That was the first. I got that word in, and I'll tell you, the tournaments are fun and it's great. It's fun to grind and travel, but it's definitely, trying to enjoy a little bit, Jared. I got a lot going on. I'm trying to make, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to focus in fatherhood, be a good husband, and do the podcast. You've been on the podcast for those that want to get to know Jared better. That was a great one. That was a while ago. We did it maybe 2 years ago even. So we'll have to redo that, Jared, on your next.
Yeah, it was an honor.
We'll talk it through.
Yeah. So we turn a 4 here, which is nice. Again, Matt just flatting with a big hand there on the button. And he's gonna got out flopped last time. He gets out turned this time.
Still definitely a possibility to win. He's got the ace of clubs. He also has a hand where he kind of wraps around, understands he's blocking king, queen, blocking ace, king, can find ways to win. Although Jans does hit a very big card, but still with the 4 here, not so attractive to be peeling. You call, you're going to put like 700 in the middle, have about a SPR 1. So this is by no means a fist pump call, although definitely capable of realizing there's a lot going on here that he beats. What do you think here, Jared? You give it up? It's pretty tough to call here.
I mean, I think he's going to call. I'm wrong again. Yeah, I would have called once there probably in that situation.
I mean, it is tough though, because you're out of position. This SPR gets to about 1. There's a lot of rivers. Even if you somehow are good against ace jack, ace queen, queen jack, you're gonna have to guess a lot. The player's gonna maybe take a shot at you on the river, right? So it's like there's a lot going on there to have it work out. But he was ahead, and Matthew does show us why. Again, flatting, kind of pot control, and also dictate opportunities where you're not in the lead to win the hand. So nice play from Matt, and Jans doesn't get too hurt there, although he did have the best hand if he could have hung on to the turn and potentially the river, as he still has 1.1 million, plenty of chips. Well, Jared, you're proving, you don't have to get every decision right to win WPTs and bracelets. So, that's inspiring.
Listen, I'm happy to get like 1 out of 3 right. We got 3 big hands here. This is going to get interesting.
Wow.
Someone's going to be disappointed. And
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, this
There
multiple
actually
people
could
could
be
be
multiple people
disappointed.
disappointed in this hand.
Yeah. I mean, the tens, this is also not under the gun in middle position. This is cutoff button, small blind tens versus an aggressive player. You also
Yep,
cover
there
the
you
aces.
go.
And
We're gonna have a three-way all in here, guys.
wow, is there a world where kings fold? I don't think so.
No, 0 worlds.
Well, he's also the number one player of all time, so of online. So there's maybe there is some. Okay, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah,
Jared. Well,
there's
I'm not
0.
even counting that as a right for you. That was an unlikely fold. Kings, aces, tens, cards on their back. King
Oh
for the
my!
number
And
one
that's how you
player.
become the number one player.
That does help. Can he fade the ace on the river to do an absolute? Oh, it is
Oh,
paint and it is quads.
oh,
Just in
just
case.
quads.
Just in case he missed the flop. That's actually sometimes nice if you're the player behind to get the river too, just in case you were blinking or didn't see the flop. So Nicholas now asserts himself 3.5. That works out poorly for me, I'm pretty sure. In the
Well,
wager.
one of my guys busted, but your guy is now short, and
Yeah,
my guy
Nicholas can
now with a lot of
drive.
chips.
He knows how to drive. He's got a great seat too with Ole and Matt on their direct left. So yeah, and he's just going to work. Queen 10. OMG is right in the chat. Yamak can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yannick, that was a wild flop. The king and the extra king. He did take it, and he is now your third stack, but very healthy. There's a huge separation, 1, 2, 3 in the rest of the pack, and also 3 players super experienced.
Here comes a 3-bet. No, okay, I don't know anything.
He's getting acclimated for a second. He just got a lot of chips. He's just
So that's how you become the best player in the world, huh? You just find a 3-way all in and make quads.
Yeah, I mean that helps.
It's easy. It's easy game.
That helps. That helps a lot, and that does get a knockout and also put AD short, and it puts Nicholas in a different conversation here as we're 8-handed. Again, welcome everyone. Daily quads, check it off. Already has happened, and we have got a pretty interesting layout of chips here as the 3 big stacks directly in a row. And we did get a walk there from Samuel, just not wanting to mess. Ole had the goods, queen 10. I'm sorry, tens in the big blind.
Not a walk. He was under the gun.
Oh, he opened under the gun.
Yeah.
You're right. All right, Jared, good. We got you here alert today.
Yeah, he's going to get a walk this time, though. Nah, I'm sorry. He's going to. He might get a walk here on the stack size.
I mentioned Samuel. I believe he got first and second in back-to-back GG Millions a few weeks ago. He was also the guest on the show, and he is the winner of the GG Million Live. When I actually played with him at that 25K Bahamas, it was a 10 mil guarantee. He got 13 mil, and he won the whole thing. 26 years old. Very nice gentleman. Hope he's having fun watching today and playing. Let's see how he can do. He's already laddered a bit. He is one of the shorter stacks today.
Yeah. I was pretty confident Ole was going to put in a raise here. I actually thought there was a chance he would just shove. Yeah, not the best spot for Samuel right now. Seat and stack, not ideal for him. But he's going to be all in this hand, I would assume.
I mean, yeah, other than, I guess, like the nice thing is it's the big stack, so he's going to know that he's opening pretty wide. Fold equity wise, I guess he does have some. I think too many tick, you're right, too many boxes tick as a shove here, although you're not loving ace jack off, risking 8-handed. It is against the big stack under the gun. There's 2 more players to act. It's pretty close, but I think it is too much hand to pass and gonna get a reasonable amount of folds even.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't see him not shoving here.
Yeah. Well,
gonna 3-bet.
Light the small 3-bet, matter of fact. Picks it up. Look at that, Jared. Look at that. Look at how small 3-bet in the off 15 blinds. I mean, just again, recognizing what's happening, what's the likely outcome, and really putting Nicholas with some tough decisions with certain hands, although there he just got out of the way, Jack Queen off. And here, again, a couple of reasonable hands. Very reasonable ace king. And
see if we go with the small sizing again, or if he decides to size up a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, I think generally we're seeing small three bets just kind of
Yeah.
become a theme, and it depends, of course, on stack sizes somewhat. But you do invite a hand like the Queen King off, which is a great 4-bet candidate, and he is going to give him rope to make that move. It is uncomfortable, right? When you start thinking about it, when you get 3-bet so small, like it's sort of just like one of those things where you don't want to be peeling with a lot of hands out of position there anyway. So it does make sense to not necessarily risk as much and, allow you to 3-bet a little bit lighter as well. But that's definitely something I've seen more of lately. I don't know. Have you noticed that live at all or not much? Because I know you're playing mostly live.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you're playing. In the higher, in the high rollers and whatnot, yes, but not so much in the 3Ks and 5Ks live, not as much of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're really seeing this a lot. It's almost like it's like getting clicked on here. And Samuel.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much every 3-bet is a very small sizing.
Right.
But you've also seen very few people doing much else but folding when they get the little click on them. So
Right.
it serves a purpose, of course.
Yeah, and Samuel here with a lot of hand in this spot, 8-handed, and he just gets out of the way. Wow, I'm a little surprised.
Like I said, we haven't seen a single person in a marginal spot here do anything but fold when they've got that small 3-bet sizing put on them.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean,
6 months from now, the sizing will be big. Then I'll go back to small. People are gonna adjust.
Right. True. Yeah, it does change. Game changes constantly. Yeah, making some notes. Very interesting spots. I think that's one of the best things we've been talking about. And Daniel just mentioned this. I saw in a tweet, and it's true. It's like there's a lot of things you can get watching a stream, whether it's a live stream or online, and just ask questions. It's something I always say on here is you see great players doing stuff that doesn't really make sense or you're unsure why, there's likely a very good reason. And that's something then to talk to others about. If you have a local Jaffee, someone you have access to, that you can run through, right? I'm sure you do get asked a lot. Be honest, like I'm not being funny. Do you have friends or people that reach out to you a lot, like that they're like less, that like play at like a lower level or starting in poker, that they come and like ask you questions or hands from streams and stuff, or like does that happen?
I mean, occasionally. I don't have that many people that are playing like significantly lower that I'm talking to. There's some here and there. I'd say more than likely it's people playing similar.
Right, but I'm saying even that similar, like, are people, do you have like I mean, not necessarily like a chat group, but do you have sort of like when you people you talk with that are similar stakes and stuff, where you're looking like, man, I've seen this, like right now you're seeing sort of a little bit of a really small sort of this type of thing, maybe you're not seeing as much, or you're getting a lot of it right in a row to like go talk to. Do you talk with people about that? Is that one of the ways you learn, is talk with friends?
Yeah, I mean, occasionally. I'd probably say that I do it less than the average person, but I mean, when things come up, it's discussed. Definitely probably on the lower end, but it's it's still a fair amount. And we've got a situation here.
This has been a very interesting final table. The fact that Matthew's kind of been really like flatting pretty big hands like the queens, and the 3-bet size, as you said, when it was sort of close, people are folding when it's it's like click. So it's been a little more conservative, I'd say. We've seen numerous final tables recently where it's just wild. People are disregarding ICM. People are making very aggressive 4-bets, and this has not been the case.
This has been the opposite of that. I mean, I'd say pretty much everyone has taken the conservative line in every spot so far. We really haven't seen anyone get out of line or even peel in any type of close spots. Everyone's erring on the side of folding, putting in the least amount of chips possible, and waiting to get their quad kings.
Right. Yeah, we did see the 3 all in, but those were real hands. We got a tweet out.
Here's an interesting spot.
$50 cash giveaway. That's a live giveaway, Jared. You're eligible if you want to get that to your followers. Let them know you're watching your live. We got that pinned on my Twitter, which is actually up and looks like people already see it. I'm going to drop the link in the YouTube chat as well. But ace, king, king 10, 6, 7, 8, a board where this is, you see, range advantage here. Oli actually has a club. This feels like a pretty good spot to try to win, make ace, queen fold, ace, king, other things that you could.
I think we'll see Ole bet here.
At the same time, Matt also has a bit of a wider range, right? He's got the chip lead.
Yeah, of course.
He's under the gun. He doesn't necessarily have to have like ace, king, or huge hand. Let's see if Ole does attack this.
Yeah, that's big size. What about a pot size bet there? Yeah. I mean, he's got the 10. He's got the king of clubs in his hand. Probably going to get a shove here from Muradov with about, what is he, about 7 blinds there. Yeah, he's going to put in the majority of his stack. Obviously, he'll be calling off, but
we just had the Bucks game. Tough loss to the Lions there. Are you a Bucks fan or not really? You just went to the game.
No, I just went to the game. I was a fan for that day though. So we've got all in here: 4s versus ace 3, and the 4s fade the flop, but not the turn.
That one hurts. Those are the ones you talk about, and this is what we like to say. Let's see. Can he find a miracle? No. Oh, wait. Is it? No. Oh.
Oof. Almost.
Spooky close. That it was a club too. It was clean. It had a shot. That's one of those things where you talk about, I lost 4 ace 3, but when you get so short, this is again what the best players do. They find ways to chip up. It's a lot of other pots. It's not usually your last hand that matters. But again, a nice score there for Anvar, who I believe is a little less result wise. Hasn't played. Haven't seen him before. Hasn't been at a final table as his first one in the GG Million. So a nice score. Hopefully builds off that as we get down to 7-handed play. Pay jumps are big. Jared, $50 cash
here. Jan's open the ace 7 suited. Nicholas calls with the jack 10. Check flop, and a pretty big turn for Nicholas. Probably a big turn for both of them. Hearts, open end of straight draw. Probably a good place to call here in position.
Wow.
And there's the bingo card for Nicholas.
Just one of the worst cards, obviously. Like gut shots, 7-10 suiteds, and the 10-8 off even makes 10-8 makes a pair. These type of things. So Jan's just saying, heart, and he gets a absolute brutal river there, and he goes for all of it. Nicholas recognizing with the heart in his hand too, could have some missed draws and could get heroed, and Queen X is in certain hands are gonna have a hard time folding. So he does go for the jugular, and Jans just knows that was unlucky. He couldn't do much, couldn't call, folds, and that's that. Jared, $50 cash available. Retweet. We need your listeners on there, bro. You gotta get your Twitter active. We're live on the show.
All right, let me send out a little tweet here.
Yeah, retweet. Get the people involved. This is a big one today. This is a big guest. Big name, big prizes, man. This is GG Million. This is what is offered. Season 2023, episode 38. And again, Jared been on the podcast, done a lot. Won bracelets, won WPTs, done things. And he is here with us today. And he knows a thing or two about winning. And he is also not so much an online player, which it is a different game in a lot of respects, although so many principles the same. And Jan's going to get a favorable position here. The ace queen gets to shove, king deuce suited. Just one of those that can't really raise, call off.
My buddy Jan's chipping up. Tell you what, I like my side of our bet here. I really do. Think you're going to be buying me dinner.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I kind of think I made an error, although Matt's got 5 mil. He's hanging in. Samuel definitely never out of it. The Nicholas chip up hurts, but we're still a lot of poker. That is what is eligible, and we'll say who that is based on if it's Jared's players that win or mine. And
so Jeff, you do this every week, huh?
This is every week. I know. We're gonna have to see you tune in. I know you're usually lurking. You don't hit the thumbs up or comment, but yeah, that's every week. You know, we'll have you on standby for a guest if we ever need a two-time. If we can get you in the future. I mean, this is again, it's like a forced study session. I think it's great. Like you're already. I feel dangerous. I guys, follow him on Twitter, Jared, and just like we've seen it so many times. People have come on the show and instantly have a major score. Like Sergio Aiden came on, won the Hard Rock last year, like a week later in the main event. This happens all the time. Samuel, same thing, comes on. Just here he is, final table again. It's Ben CB, you know, you name it. So you're.
I guess that means that if you were smart, you'd be staking me in some high rollers coming up. No,
let's talk.
That seems like what you're trying to. What you're trying to say.
I mean, you already planned, but yeah, if you're willing to give up some action, we can talk about that.
Yeah, of course. I'll play. You put up the money. I'm willing to give you 25%. No problem.
We're going to talk about this. We're going to look into this deeper. But as of now, we're focusing who's going to win this bet today. Who is going to win at home? Let us know who you like, who's playing well. So far, I'd say I'm impressed in a few different respects. But again, nothing to be surprised. You're talking about in the top echelon of players in the world here. Probably like five.
It's a pretty favorable flop for Nicholas there. The number one player continuing to get hit with the deck here early on, and you know that'll do it.
Yep. Just gets the check raise on that board with the draw. Knows that his opponent could have some hands he can't fold, and Nicholas is looking dangerous. Boards are working out. Runouts are coming through. It's tough.
See how we proceed here. Probably going to be a check call. Turns the gutter here. We'll put out a bet, and it'll work.
Yeah. All right. Well, making notes, Jared. This is definitely some interesting hands. I mean, I would say that I've learned. There's definitely stuff that I feel like I kind of look at that I'm very curious about. The Queens one is one I'm actually just like I want to understand the reason on that. Like if he's trapping or just pot controlling, but he covers both of them. And I guess it was 9-handed under the gun plus 1 open, but I don't know. I mean, I wonder, what do you think? Is it more pot control deception, or do you think he's like, does he think Nicholas is going to squeeze, even though it's like not really a general squeeze spot where it's early position?
Yeah, I would assume he was doing it for deception, but yeah, I'm not familiar with his play, so I don't really know. Is he kind of a lesser known player? I've never heard of him, to be honest with you.
Which Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty well known. I mean, he's got great results. I think just looking at the doc here on GG alone, 10 million in earnings, and he's also, I believe, had some good success live. Pretty sure I'm gonna actually plug him in because let me search him. I'm not positive live, but I think I've seen him in. I think I've seen him.
Yeah, I mean, I would be shocked if he wasn't doing it for deception. To be pot controlling with that hand and his chip stack at that point in time seems
right. Yeah, it also covers, right? He covered significantly.
Yeah, he was chip leader at that point.
Right.
So.
Somehow he gets cooler, or if it's like ace king gets it in, it's like less of an issue for him. But at the same time, his stack's super valuable. It's like, I think that the risk is that Nicholas comes in and that, like he does, and then you get in a weird one where you get like some random 2-pair or some hand that you get smoked on that's unnecessary. But yeah, as it plays, here he is again.
We're gonna see an all in on the call here. So one of my players is gonna be at risk. It's gonna be ace jack suited versus ace king. Jans has run pretty cold in this final table, and he's being told goodbye already.
Yep. Well,
he's gonna
need
jack
a jack or some diamonds or some straights. And
there's the jack.
J for Jeff, you know, like that's my that's the emoji. You know the Twitch stuff right there. The J's hot card. If you're ever behind, it's never over till it's over. Scary River, he's gonna take it there, right there. That is a 900K pot. And Jans, that's your guy, right? That hurt.
That's my guy doubling through your guy. That's the way it's supposed to be.
That hurts a lot. J for Jaffee right there. The JJ, that's your hand. Jay's a big card for you too. Do you play jacks a little extra hard? A lot of people don't like jacks. They say they're scared of them. Do you embrace them, or jacks like? Do you have pain or
I'll play? I'll play any two cards as hard as possible. You know, it's
right.
I'm not in there to fold. Never have been. Never will be.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. That's I believe that. I know that. You're telling the truth. 2-6 Jack 10. Good flop for the Jack 10. Got the overs, but at the same time, it's the big blind range. It's got a lot of cards that can hit there, and is going to check back. Going to check into the lead.
So the lead has changed hand on the flop and on the turn here.
Little flip flop, but Ole recognizing. I would say Ole is. You know, he's just between live and online. Like that guy just knows poker tournaments. He is really tough. That guy scares you. He's your first pick, even as not the chip. You said you didn't care. You were taking him. You know, you battled with him in some WPTs. Didn't you tournament champions and stuff? And you play with them live.
I've played with him a few times. I mean, not a ton, but enough to know that that I like having him on my squad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not hard to recognize. He's also got multiple wins. I think I'm just double checking, but I believe Ole in season 1, 2 final tables, 1 win. Season 2, 8 final tables, 1 win. So that's what 2 wins, and then in this 2023 is 2 for 2 final table and winning. So 4 final tables or 4 wins, and you know, again, just kind of bounce around. I believe has a few kids now. I'm not sure, at least one, but I'm not sure how much.
Congratulations on the sex, Ole. Very nice.
Yeah, that's you know, that does mean that is important. He's shaking and baking out there, and he is in another final table as the chip leader, as you mind and note that he is now your chip leader with 5 mil. Matthew though, kind of there, tangoing.
And here you see an interesting turn here. Top pair for Matthew and open ended for somebody AD. We'll call him AD.
Yeah. It's the safer. I don't know. No one's trying to get that right. And tough spot. He does block Jack King. He's got a interesting decision. He doesn't decides it's better to keep the lead than to relinquish and check and get cute. Now, I mean, the Queen 5 also is sort of you know, you realize you're beating a lot of hands. You're also dead to some.
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna call here.
I like when you're confident, Jaffee, because you're about 2 for 7, and you seem sure on that.
3 for 8. 3 for 8. And he's gonna check, and let's see if AD goes for it here. He's got the ace of diamonds in his hand.
His risk premium's also pretty low. He's the shortest, but I mean, there is 2 other stacks similar, right? So he's not like out of it. He could fold or he could check, kind of give up, realizing not beating many hands here, and he does slam it in. And if you're Matthew,
he's gonna get called. Wow, I'm wrong again.
Bravo. That takes some heart. You know, not everyone's gonna make that move. Yes, you have the nut blocker, but you're just gonna get check called sometimes. And again, nice execution, understanding that when you have that multi-way, he's open-ended, but he also has a key card if a diamond comes, and then as I said, when you 3-bet light, then you don't have a plan. He had a plan. He said, hey, if a diamond comes,
I like the way he played the hand. I might have taken a little bit more time there and potentially found a call there if I'm that, especially with his stack. And
what do you think about the rip versus like 80 or 90% there? You know, like to leave yourself little chips, because I don't know. I think it still looks like the same in theory if you're.
I do think it's ostensibly the same thing from a theory perspective, but yeah, I mean, it looks, you know, he's trying to look as strong as possible. He did that, apparently, getting him the full top pair. Matthew has seemingly played pretty cautious with his stack so far, coming in with a chip lead and not really looking to leverage that stack too much early on. A little over pot size bet here with the queen high. Trying to fade the call from the deuce. And it works. Good
Yeah,
bet.
I mean, some players, I'm seeing in the chat, some people saying mandatory bluff combo. I mean, yeah, I get it. I think it's close to mandatory, but definitely not fully mandatory. I mean, you know,
I don't think it's mandatory. I think it's I mean, I would have most likely done the same thing there. I think it was correct. I was honestly a little surprised that he didn't get called there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the big blind. He has top pair. He doesn't have any diamond. He doesn't have a what do you call it? A king or a jack. I mean, I don't know. He's not blocking any of the sort of like nut hands. And I mean, it's just, yeah, he's at the same time, right? It is so polarizing because like a player not going to shove like queen jack there. Yeah, it's close. It's why it's fun. It's fun to see the whole cards. It's also like you got to really try to put yourself in the position of someone that is, you know, there's history here too. There's reads. There's.
Yeah, I'm sure in a tournament like this, a lot of these guys are playing together weekly.
Yeah, weekly or at least down the stretch with 2-3 tables left. Some of these, you know, smaller field sizes and definitely history and reading. But even so, like certain things just. Yeah, certain things just work. And here, Samuel with queens on Samuel crime and king 6 suited. This is a lot of hand blind on blind for the 2.5x raise, although dicey.
He's last in chips, so ICM
tied, right? Yeah, he's tied with Jans. Basically.
Well, yeah, with Jans.
Austria, a good showing today. I will say, I'm going to make this out loud. I hate to give any kind of negative or feedback to Brazil, but Brazil is basically with stock every episode, at least a flag. And the Brazil representation at the GGMillion's final table has been limited lately. And maybe there's a big series, KSOP. Shout out to Fleet Mojave helping with that and being down there. I know there's some big events there, so maybe that's part of it. The last couple of weeks, they got live stuff where all these guys are playing live, but I haven't seen a lot of Brazilians lately. And the Austria, though, dominant with the flag.
So basically what you're trying to say is you feel like the Brazilians have fallen off and
they could be in Carnival still. They could be taking New Year's resolutions and studying and coming back full force. I just feel like something's going on where they haven't been as much, or it could be just variance. It could be JBL, just a little bit of bad luck for the last month.
Yeah, they might just not be as good.
I'm never betting against Brazil, man. I think they got some of the best, and a lot of Brazilians tune in. And my sons are half Brazilian, my wife's Brazilian. I'm a big Brazil advocate. But
listen, I mean, sometimes in life you got to look at the results. I don't see any Brazilians.
There is not any today, and honestly, that would be actually fun to see like a lifetime graph of like the final tables and what's going on. I'd say Austria's got a commanding lead, and then there's a mix of around the board there as Samuel 1, Samuel V going to take that pot as he is up to about 2 million, and there is a wide open opportunity today at the top. I'd say. I mean, this is if you are on the shorter stack, these are tough to play. Like the queen 10 suited, you realize you're gonna get played back at. You're gonna have some trouble. You kind of have to play, but he decides to take the aggressive route and not open up such a hand as ace 5 off to toy with him or get 3-bet. And he just says, "Look, I'm gonna roll the dice. If I get called, someone wakes up, I got my equity. I'll roll the dice." And again, these are the type of plays where there's a big difference: min raise or shove, and why. And pay attention. Who's behind? What's your risk premium? What does ICM say? What are players to the left of you that have to act? What are they allowing you to get away with or not? So these are all considerations when you play and have sort of close spots, and even just bet sizing. That's something I like to say to really focus on. And
yeah, as you can see, last hand he put it in with the queen 10 suited. This time he just min raises the ace 5 suited, and it's probably going to work out for him. I mean, he flops. You know, they both flop the 5. He's got the ace. He's got the ace, so he's feeling, I would assume, fairly good about his hand right now, and so is Matthew. So he's going to get a little action. Obviously, a lot of turns can slow things down, change things. But he's in position, which is nice with this hand. Yeah, very good turn card for both of them. So
yeah, really can't get a better situation. If you're Jans, you get like, if you were doubting your the 8x, which maybe even you would just hear from Matt, but now like you're even more confident. There's draws. You have the nut next pair, the 5, and this is going to be trouble for Matt. I think he's going to have a harder time getting away, obviously. And if you're Jans, you're in pretty good shape versus most hands here, and he does size up a bit.
all right, that's actually a pretty small bet, actually.
What? No, didn't he bet half pot? Or what is it? 170 into? Oh no, is it 5? Was there 500 out there?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right. I thought it was half pot, but yeah, it is. It's like third pot.
Which is, and he just gets pretty much the nut run out there for his hand.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue here. I mean, this is something with this. This doesn't look like a lot of hand, but it also is at some pretty high up in the range on what's happened and how the action's gone. So I'm curious, does he snuff out a value bet here? 3x, 5x. He has the best 5. I mean, there's not too many.
I mean, he's going to put it in here.
Time banking, considering. I don't know if he'll put it in or bet something, but I don't think he's going to check. That's for sure. You think he might shove it, huh?
I do. I mean,
I think he's going to bet like, I don't think he's going to shove, but I think he's going to bet something like 2 something or 300 or like something. I don't know. I don't think he's going to shove, but I guess it's sort of, it would be reasonable.
Wow, he checks back.
I didn't, yeah. I mean, I'm a little, that's super close. Yeah. And I wonder what Matt calls there, up to what? He's definitely calling something.
Yeah. The way he's played, we're going to see an interesting hand here. Wow. Ace, king, queens. I would have put it in there. I don't know that's the way Matthew's played so far this final table. He might have found a fold. But I think he's leaving some value on the table there. Now we're going to have this is going to be interesting with the stack sizes of Matt and Ole. What Matt decides to do.
Yeah, we saw him kind of maneuver again, not fully sure how much was.
He's out of position here. I mean, this is ace king suited. I mean, what do you think, Jeff? Is he going to flat or is he gonna?
I think he's going to raise. I mean, I
think he has to raise here.
Yeah, like the guy shoving 10 blinds, Ole's just calling you block aces and kings. Like,
yeah, I think he has to. We're going to have ourselves a very, very.
This could be a 10 million chip pot or whatever, 9 million chip pot. And dictate a lot. I mean, ace king. Is there a world where he can't fold? Could he ever?
No, there's no world where he could fold.
This is actually one of the sicker collisions.
Yeah, there's no world where he's folding, and I think that playing this out of position with the stacks, I don't see really a world where he could just call here either.
He's using some clock, rightfully so.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's definitely not the spot you necessarily want to be in this situation, especially with the only person who has you covered, who's putting in half.
I mean, what happens if he makes it 1.2 and then he jams or 1.3? I mean, like, yeah, can you get blown off here with like? I mean, I guess jack. Like, I guess that's part of the consideration. If he has tens or jacks, would Ole flat? If he does, would he fold to raise? Like, does he have he's just gonna have ace queen off, or he's gonna have like eights, stuff like that too. So
it's going to be very difficult to put in that many chips and then fold ace king suited here.
Right. So, but yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, so he does go.
Yeah. So 2.1. There, he can't fold once he puts in half his stack here.
This is crazy.
I mean, if you're Ole here, I mean, obviously you're not folding either, but it's just like, fuck my life situation. Like, he's probably not light. But you've got 2 queens. So one of our guys is going to have all the chips.
This is pretty intense for the dinner sweat. This is audience sweat. You're rooting for a 50 or 100 big swings for everyone. And it is going in. And let's see if it's snapped off or if he's going to time bank again and think, what the hell just happened? That, I think, is what is going through his head. But, I mean, yeah, you're right. I just think the intention to fold after putting in the ace that he does call it off. It's inevitable. Little extra time taken. Ace king suited, ace king and queens. Clean flop. Ole has him teed up. If he can fade the river, it feels like he will with the ace king share, but we've seen crazier things. And the river is a 9.
Yeah, he faded it.
King, and that is Ole Shemian, ladies and gentlemen. That is why Jared takes him first. The guy just gets it. He figures it out. He wins flips. He causes havoc, and he is now 9.7 million 5-handed with everyone in a whole lot of trouble. This is Billy Madison dodgeball all over again, but on the virtual felt. This is people in real trouble. 3.5. Nicholas has a great spot too. He's on his left with a healthy stack. Everyone else sort of short-ish. And Jared, if you have dinner plans tonight, you are probably going to be okay because this thing just got picked up a little bit expedited as we were 5-handed.
Yeah, I got dinner plans. I'm going to the most expensive restaurant on South Beach with your credit card.
That's true. No, we got to go together. So yeah, I mean, we got to go together.
I don't know if you can afford to pay for us both. I'm really, I'm in a caviar and champagne type of mood.
What are you weighing in these days?
I'm down a little bit. I'm right around 270.
270. That's healthy. Yeah, that's so you're double my weight, and we should probably factor that into the wager. I should have to lay. It should be 2-1. I should have got first, second, third pick, but that's all right.
Yeah, but you have expensive taste. You go out, you do it right. Everybody knows.
Let's see what happens here. It's not over yet. Everyone at home, stay calm. It's not necessarily $50. It could be 100. We still have.
I got Nicholas too.
Oh my goodness. I have AD though, right?
You do have AD.
It's 3 million to like 13. This is the true underdog story, but anything could happen.
Do I have Jans too? I think I do, right?
This is tough. This is TAT. Times are tough, baby. This is what we like to say. It's never over though. It's never over. We appreciate everyone watching the Austrian powerhouse. That's right. 2 Austrians at the table right now. Appreciate everyone hitting the thumbs up. That'll be the first part of the giveaway. We've got 67 right now. Appreciate that. 1,000 watching in all over the world.
Tell you what, between Ole and Nicholas, it almost feels like everybody else is just, playing for third and fourth because they just have the cards and they hit the card. I mean, it seems like an easy game for these two.
They're also the most wins, right? 4 and 5 time winner of the GGMillion. So.
Well, it's not. It's nice to have the best cards and hit the most flops and turns. Rivers too. It makes the game a lot easier.
Are you trying to take away from the dominance of their play, or you think they're running good?
No, I mean they obviously play really good. I mean they're not going to take anything away from it, but it's not as if. Let's be honest. So far, the final table has been, it's been pretty easy pickings for these two guys so far.
The kings to aces 3-way was pretty absurd, but again, the hand plays itself, gets the quad king.
Yeah, and so does queens versus ace king and ace king. I mean, that's what you're looking for, right?
That is a good spot. Knocked out a former champion, knocked out another tough player, and got a lot of chips. And that is the definition of ICM disaster, which again can't fall.
Here we go. This is going to be interesting. 2 chip leaders, blind versus blind, queens and ace 5 suited.
You say it's going to be interesting, but is it? I mean, I don't see a big pot happening unless like it comes.
Well, I mean, he just. If I'm not mistaken,
he did 4 points. He over 4x, but
he almost 5x'd it there. So I mean, that's an interesting route to take. And then this is a pretty good flop for Nicholas in that he can likely get away, if not on the flop, on the turn. I think he's probably just going to give up here. But it's tough because your hand's good here a lot. But
well, yeah, he does 4x with such a big lead. He knows that actually Ole can do this with a super wide variety
Yeah, it's just. I mean, this is more of. I mean, that's an ICM situation. You know, like, what do we got here? We're looking at the prizes. Oh,
Everyone
it's only
guaranteed 650.
337 for first. That's like they don't even. I don't even know why they bother.
Yeah, they might
Chump
as well
change.
for it, right? It's a yeah, yeah. It's
Jeff makes that before he wakes up in the morning.
listen. I'm feel like I said. I feel safer behind here than there. This is definitely tough pickings. These guys aren't giving anything away, and these
I mean, they
guys
pay
are
you more than these guys are going to make for the win, correct?
per show.
Yeah, per show.
Oh no, I mean, listen.
I heard it's you and then Pat McAfee, 1-2, and
I will say this. I just got. Do you know how much? Do you know what they pay? Have you ever seen like the Monday Night Football? Do you know Troy Aikman and Joe Buck? Do you know what they get paid a week?
I don't know what they get paid, but I assume it's close to what you're getting paid.
Well, guess a number that they get paid for the season for Monday Night Football. The Troy Aikman and
I
Joe
want to
Buck.
say, I feel like doesn't Troy make like something like 16, 17 million or something like that?
I think they each get 20, like roughly.
Okay,
20,
yeah. So I'm in the ballpark.
million an episode
Yeah.
basically for them. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
No, I mean, I would probably find a way to squeeze it into my schedule for that.
You would fly out for the games. Yeah, this is that'll fix a fear of flying pretty fast. That is a big deal. John
close.
Madden used to bus around. They were paying him good too, but he wouldn't fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we take a bus. Would you go on tour if you were like the guest every week and we figured out a deal? We could do a live stop city once poker is legalized in the US everywhere, and we can do like a GGMillion tour bus. Would you come in for some of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it better be a nice bus. I don't want some hunk of junk breaking down on the side of the road.
Yeah, some Raggedy Ann stuff. No, we'd have a nice setup.
Yeah,
Well,
no, you got to do things right.
Queen 10, Queen 8. Queen 8 always got himself another winner on 8979 and just going for value. No problem. Just says, you know what? I don't care about 10 Jack or 10-6 in the blind or, whatever. Like, I just think I have the best hand.
There's nothing to worry about.
Safe bet, safe play, 10 million club. Ole Shemin, ladies and gentlemen, he is your leader. He is in a good position, and he's just thinking, how wide can he go? He doesn't go with the queen 6 off there. Definitely.
Yeah, he took a hand off. He might be going to, get his girl pregnant real quick. He's got some time.
He's taking one off. 10.2 mil, sitting pretty. I think, does he have more than? It's about half. He has like double half that. 10.2. If you combine all the other stacks,
yeah, he's got the entire table covered. Jeff is accurate.
No, I know he does, but I'm saying he almost has them covered double. Like it's 6.5 to 10.2.
It's like 10-7, right?
10-7, yeah, pretty good though. Pretty good spot.
Yeah, no, I would take it.
Yeah, pretty good.
There's a big pot for these two guys because the two short stacks going out of here.
Yeah, 8-10, queen 6, queen high in the lead. Kind of a tricky hand to play, of course. You're beating some hands, a fair amount of hands, but you're also in a lot of trouble to some. 4 doesn't change anything. 10 high, queen high. Jan's with the lead. Let's see if AD decides to take a stab. I mean, he does have basically one of the worst hands you could have. He beats 6-8 or 6-5 or something like that, 8-5 that would probably bet the turn.
Yeah, he's just gonna let him have the pot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Jans though, you're also a little worried here, right? Why is my opponent checking? Like some of the hands that would want to, that beat you would I'm sorry, that you're losing to would be bluffing. So he does get the good news. Queen high is good. AD doesn't go for it, and Jan's still at 1.1.
Yeah, now Jan's almost double AD stack, which is nice when you're grinding the short stack.
It is interesting to see the fold there from AD. I'm sorry, from Ole with the 9-5 suit. I guess realizing to our shove stacks, but oftentimes you see with this kind of lead and first in, you do get to go very wide. And 9-5 suited, maybe he'd prefer just having like the big card, big little, instead of the sort of lower stuff there. He does fold 9-5.
And then as soon as he does fold, obviously Nicholas takes advantage with the second biggest stack and opens the Jack 7 suited. So, yeah, obviously feeling like Ole is going to be opening a lot. He's going to take the spots when Ole gives up, and works out for him. He scoops the blinds and distances himself a little bit more from third place, where he's fairly in control of second place right now. And obviously, it's nice for him to be on Ole's left, of course.
Yeah, really, really shaking out well for Nicklaus, and I think Samuel and Nicklaus.
And then here you go. That's sevens. What do we got? A mystery hand here.
This is on you. We're gonna have this be for Jared, and we're gonna get to see the 9-4 suited, which is curious because did they show the wrong hand here? I doubt that Samuel's opening on Ole's button with 9-4 suited in the short stack. So I don't. Okay, we have a mystery hand that's like a full mystery. Usually you get to see the card. Oh, there it is. All right, we're gonna switch it up. We did see the 9-4 suited. Now we're seeing the queen deuce. You're gonna be queen deuce. You're Nicklaus. You limp in here. Let's see what happens. Jared, talk us through this.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we said, AD is on the short stack here. He limps in the queen deuce, instantly gets raised here. I think he's gonna fold. Yeah, I mean, and it's 9 deuce. It's yeah. I might have ripped it there with Nicklaus's hand, to be honest with you.
Yeah, covering and the fact that Jans and him are close, and yeah, it's close. That is an interesting spot. Not sure. That we get some great mystery hands. I don't know what happened there. There wasn't much going on. It was just a limp raised takedown. This hand a little more intricate. Threes and ace queen behind, but threes, vulnerable, of course.
Well, I mean, as far as flops go, that's not a bad one for 2 threes.
Yep, that is correct. That is definitely a decent flop, although of course it's going to be overs oftentimes, but getting the deuce and the 4 there, a little less likely your opponent has something, and he is going to keep on betting. Samuel, though, ace queen still beating so many hands, can't go anywhere now. Calls and hits a.
And there it is. That's the gin card for Sam.
Keeps me alive, keeps me off the Carbone or ZZ's tab potentially. Could maybe fade a dinner here if Samuel is my best.
I don't think that's going to happen.
And
oh my word,
that is something that's sort of silly.
This is going to be disastrous for Sam.
They have Chick-fil-A now in South Florida, Jared, too, which is good news. I know you like that. We could definitely go venture out to one of those.
So if you're Sam here, I assume you're gonna bet, I don't know, maybe 450. Yep, there it is. And now you're going to get the bad news.
You are going to get bad news because a hand in the big blind, although you get to have, or was it not? It was raised in a flat. Was it small blind?
Yeah, it was a raised call and then check call on the flop.
Yeah, I mean, you lose to ace 5 suited and that's it. And you're going to get jammed on. And if you're Samuel, you are Sam, really hating.
You just want to
hating.
Yeah, you go from call to fuck my life, fuck my life, fuck my life.
It's interesting. Like, again, these are literally like 1 and 2 or top 5 all time online, and they've played so many. They're so tournaments together. They're so familiar with each other. At some point, with the leveling war, and then there's like respect, but also knowing that it's.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he finds a fold here. I mean, it's not easy though. I mean, his hand is quite good.
Wow, he just calls. I mean, this just decides there's hands he's beating, and of course,
there's too many hands. Yeah,
too much going on there. He does call GG golfer clap respect all around, and we are at 5.5. So Nicklaus is there, and it is me. It's AD versus the world. I'm probably like 70-1 right now, maybe more, with the 787 versus the 3 players with 16 mil.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you buy it. You send me 7,500 Venmo right now. We'll call it even.
Oh, we're going. You must be thinking wine and guests and things because that wasn't the kind of dinner wager I had in mind. But man, this is.
Look at this hand here, top 2 and 3 6s for Ole.
How's it going over there for Ole?
I mean,
he's gonna go big too. Watch with the diamond. He's got the thing. He's gonna put. He knows that there's pressure with AD. He might just go like greedy big, not big. 150 pot. I mean,
it's almost like he can see his cards. Can he see his cards, Jeff? What do you think?
No,
that's a good card.
That saves people potentially money. And
I don't think it's going to save much, but yeah.
Well, I mean, he loses the King Jack, Ace X. He loses to flushes. He loses to like many things, and Ole may
He
also
does,
just.
but he knows
Yeah, I guess from Ole's perspective, he has a diamond. He also don't know how many like flush draws on a paired board. Nick's going to be going for 450 there, right? So like,
yeah. So he bets 3/4 pot, and this is a really sick spot because obviously Nick knows that that's a pretty good bluff card too.
Right. He's also got, he jack 9, 7, 8, 8, 9, those type of hands. He also does have a diamond. So if Ole, like, it's a little less likely he's got the flush that he's like barreling on. So, I mean, I don't know. You're right. Could definitely talk into a call. Ole might make quick work of this table. This would be, if he does call here, this is just going to really separate things that much more versus having Nicholas with 5 mil still. Like to have 4 point, or 3 point, have less than 4. He would then have like 12 or 11 or whatever that is. Let's see. 9, 10, 8, have like 20. This would be a big gap. And Jans and AD are holding on for life. And I got to cue a giveaway here soon because this could be really quick. We're going to make it. All right. It's going to be GGPoker space Jared space your GGPoker username. If you don't have a GGPoker username, or you're in a country or jurisdiction you cannot play, gift it to a friend, pay it forward, stake someone, do whatever. I'm sure you know someone that plays and has one. So that's what it's going to be. GGPoker space Jared space GGPoker username. $50, $100 ticket giveaway. Info above.
Yeah, this is such a tough spot. He finds the fold. Obviously a good fold, but you just know with his stack size and that river card, he's just he's gonna bet a lot. That I mean, his bluffs are gonna be there. But
it's just so awesome to see too here. Like Ole just goes for that 270 bet again, right? And he does that with queens, and then you get to see him do it with the 8 deuce suited, right? So
that's what you have to do. I mean, you got to do it with the high and the low end of your ranges here for it to be profitable long term. But yeah, I mean, queen jack, and you're just he's just basically saying I'm going to put all the pressure on. He gets the call. It'll be interesting to see if he continues here.
Yeah, I think with an 8 club for sure, but now I don't know, 4x here he does go for the double barrel. I mean, this guy is relentless.
He's relentless.
It's crazy.
It'd be real hard
he's had so many value hands too, right? He's had so many big like connectivities, and then he just gets his bluffs through and he gets paid. It's actually pretty crazy.
Well, it's kind of like a leveling thing where like you're sitting there like, I mean, he can't be. He just keeps betting like he's got to have it this time, but he's had it in the right spots and not had it in the right spots. So,
yep. Well, this is also trouble for AD.
2 short stacks, both flopping a pair here.
Mid pair, top pair, hard to make a pair. Hard to make a pair.
It's going to be hard for AD to get away. I mean, he's clearly going to at least call here. Not a terrible card. And now you're going to see Jans put his foot on the gas, I would assume, a little bit here. Maybe 300.
Yeah, I mean, still just such a pretty board.
210. Yeah, so he goes half pot, and basically AD's got to make a decision here. Does he have it or doesn't he? Yeah.
I mean, still very, very good board. I mean, King Jack, like so much misses. You could have a spade draw that catches a 7 or a 10.
Jans isn't checking. I can't imagine he's ever checking back here. Yeah. No. So he's going to put it in, and is he bluffing or isn't he? It's one of he already put half a stack in, but at the same point, it's tough for Jans to not have it here. Spades did miss.
Yeah, doesn't have a spade, doesn't block. You know, there's some things in there. I just don't know. I mean, he's got 382. Fold, you're so short, but you still in.
Yeah, I
And
think he folds. I think he finds a fold.
right, there are hands, queen, king, and ace. There are
No,
some.
I
Big,
mean, there are definitely bluffs out there, but yeah, I finally got it. I finally got one right.
Yep, you're 3 for 11. That's not bad. Not
Yeah,
bad.
and he's gonna put it in here, I would assume, and he'll get it in ahead. But that doesn't really matter when you're playing against Ole today, right?
No, it
No.
doesn't.
What do you think? Is Ole gonna get there or no?
No, not on this one. It's been too
No.
clean.
So you're confident in your boy to.
Oh yeah, this is literally for dinner life. Ace 5, king 6. This is also just to lock up a 50 or 100 for the audience, and it is a Ole kind of day. Ole all the way, or will we get a little bit of a 5 out or one card to come? Ace 5 or GG Jaffee with the sweep.
Oh my
baby, it's never over. You gotta believe. Journey, you know that song. Just never. The audience, the extra 50 is in play. Dinner's in play. Jared Jaffe is on the Chick-fil-A app right now. He was ready to call in that order. He was ready to
Yeah, no. Unless you're talking about buying me a Chick-fil-A franchise, that's not going to get it done.
Wow, that's an interesting business model. We can talk about that in a little bit. But go ahead, AD. Sticking in it. Sticking in it, never over.
Ole knows if he's going to lose one, the time to lose is when it's against the short stack when they have pretty much no chips. So I think he'll be all right. He's probably a little shell shocked, to be honest with you.
That was wild. That was a wild deal. That was a wild deal.
And Jan's here with the 3-bet with the ace 7 suited, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
And then they reward him with ace king, and Nicholas has deuces in the big blind. So this could be interesting.
I mean, it's most likely go raise flat. I wonder if there's a world where Nicholas just rips it with the pair.
No, that's why I said. I mean, AD with just about half the stack of Jan's. Well, there's an ICM implications here.
Ooh.
And yeah, he rips it.
Wow. Jan's. AD is sweating. Is this a potential pay jump? Can deuces hold?
Oh my word.
It's really a flip, about as pure as it goes. No set turn there. And Jan's, is he back into second? He can do it.
Yeah, he is.
Jan's can do it. That is second place. Yo, Ole's loving this. Now the second, everyone's kind of
now he's got a nice window to really put some pressure on these two guys. And also it also shows that I'm a lot more talented than Jeff when it comes to drafting a team here. When you look at who's left and what the chip stacks look like,
it's so sick because like literally that decision, it would have been exactly that. I would have had Ole and Nick, and you would have gone with, you would have had the reverse. But yeah, that's
no. Let's not. No ifs, ands, or buts. You just got outperformed. It looks like by me, and I think that's just the way it would normally be in most things.
Well, we can debate that. We can debate it, but right now Jan's has got a queen 3 suited, and he is in a dark place against kings with queen high flop.
Now his place got a little darker.
Yes, and this is one where
he's going to likely lose it.
Go big. I think he's going to bet big. I mean, it's very draw heavy. The queen high with kings. It's kind of a dream flop. I mean, he does.
Yeah, he bets just under pot. Jan's isn't going anywhere. Top pair and some back doors.
Two clean, two interesting backboard doors. Let's see the deuce of diamonds or the 6.
Well,
all right. Well, the club does.
That could still. I mean, no club in Ole's hand and straight draw turn for Jan's. I don't think Ole is gonna miss a bet here. I think he will. Oh wow! Oh wow!
That is interesting. I'm a little, I guess the 6, I think he's going to bet like the 9 of clubs, the 10 of clubs, like bet some, but the 6, just the connectivity with the 4-5 there with the club. There's a lot happening. I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but I do think he's going to bet a lot of club turns, but that one maybe just decides that it's too much connectivity to what's going on. And now Jan's, what is he going to do? Probably some kind of blocker.
Third pot.
Bet. Yeah. This sucks for Ole too. I mean, these are just spots where, this is kind of like you have so much hand, your hand's disguised, but you also there's a 4-liner, you lose the flushes, 2 pairs, straights. and he is just.
Well, that's a very good fold by Ole. Very good fold. Because, you know, he bets third pot there. He could just be blocking with a queen. But he sniffed it out. And now another nice hand. And he just limps in with the ace-10 suited, knowing Ole is going to raise a lot, but he doesn't. And he outflops him.
Yeah.
Picks up a pair, a gutter, backdoor flush draw. And he'll just take it down. Nice and easy. Got a few chips back.
Yeah, this is again pretty nice spot for Ole, but still a lot of play. We did lose players fast, and Ole was such a big stack. The 70K big blind, plenty of chips, 50 blinds even for Jans now.
Just a quick shocker once again. Ole is going to make 3 of a kind on the flop. Hard to believe. It's been almost 2 or 3 hands since he did it last.
He did just get kings beaten by queen.
He did lose with king. Well, that's the problem. He played kings. You should stick to jack deuce and 6-7 hands like that.
Yeah, I mean the 10-5 off, not going to play. Definitely going to play a wide variety. We did get one hands up mystery hand. I'm sorry, mystery hand today. Wasn't that crazy to see? Usually we get more and more elaborate hands. See if we can concoct one of those for Jared to talk us through that beautiful mind. 2-time WP champ, WSOP bracelet winner. See if we can make some tough decisions. Make him really play one blind. But let's, at the moment, the 7 deuce going to get put pressure on. Takes it for ace jack. AD fighting for the people. It's going to be 50 versus 100 ticket. Only man left for the $100 giveaway is the AD. And
all your boys going to be all in again. So, you know.
Going to get it through, though, right? So 11, 12 blinds. Yeah, I mean, should
looks
just get
like
the surf it in.
Here we go. Ole with the ace-3, Nicholas with the ace-queen under the gun, and shockingly, Ole outflops him, but not exactly the board you're looking for either.
Yeah, ace-queen, ace-3 does get into the lead here. It is hard to flop a flush, and it is also hard to make a pair, and that is a queen. And as Jared is just almost like, I almost feel anger about how hot Ole is running. That is going to be a not winner likely, although no diamond for either player. Could Ole turn his hand into a bluff, I guess? And even then on Nicholas with the top pair, it's like kind of, he does turn into a bluff. It's, let's see. Kind of a weird one for Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicholas is going to sniff it out. I feel it.
Putting your record on the line, 3 for 14. Yeah. Can you pull one in here? This is an important one. This is actually a close one, I think. You know, it's like deceptive, right? Because it's the same as having whatever, and Jared's going to go 3 for 15 on the day.
Yeah, but I'm right. He should have called.
You are right about that. You are. Yeah. Well, I don't know about should have, but it would have been right. This is four-handed, big money. Lower left of your screen, you can see the pay jumps. Jared Jaffe joins us on here, and he is going to be sticking with us to a winner as we always play an ace-10, ace-8. Pretty quick work on the fold there. AD really must know that there's dinners on the line. The audience has 50 riding on it for the giveaway ticket, and he doesn't just give up. And Ole got to be a little frustrated, not with much, but just the fact that he is getting absolute like bottom 2-3% hands, because I think he would be playing, but even they're running good, as this could just be a rip, and it is, and it's going to get called. Cards on their back. Don't call it a comeback. Ace-9 suited to king-6. Could it be? It is this guy. They're really putting AD through it. Club for the sweat, Jared. Don't count your chicken fillet yet, and it is an ace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't count your fillet, your nuggets before they're hatched. Jared.
Who runs better than Jeff Gross?
Well,
You run better than Ole.
It's still 14 to 2 million, 7-1 favorite chip wise, 3-1 players. I still think we're not in cooking yet, but hey, everyone loves an underdog
card away
story.
2 times. Twice you were a card away from drawing dead. And what goes wrong for Jeffrey? Nothing. Not much.
Last time we were deep in a World Series tournament, maybe 6, 7 left, 5 left. We were together. You won the bracelet, and I got runnered by Sir Watts and with a set. You know, it's like everyone's got style, Jeff. You just don't remember your luck. I mean, I got plenty of tough stories to talk about on the felt. You know, you've won bracelets and hardware and trophies. I got a PLO trophy from Run Up Reno in the back that's broken from my son, and you got WPT trophies. You know.
Well, I should have even more than I have. So really, I'm still running below EV.
I'm a student of the game. I love the game. I love poker. I love all of this, and this is good. We're getting to learn and play and watch some of the best and catch up. This is all good. This is good things right here. As both players going to be interested in the turn, although King 6 has a little more going on. Open-ended, top pair, has a flush draw, although the Queen 8 off with the heart is good, and he is going to check into a tough river. This is definitely one where if you got Queen 8, you get checked to here, you're probably thinking you're decent shape now. What to do? He does blocker, and this will likely just get met with a call. Though Ole could think about raising the small size. I don't know. I mean, it's close. Just call. Yeah, it doesn't seem too much sense to raise there. Get called by like exactly Queen X, but I don't know. I think that just makes sense. 11 million now. Ole chipping up. Jans with 3, AD 2, Nicholas 1, and a pair in the big blind. And actually, King Jack with these stacks definitely could meet with a 3-bet here. I think that's likely. And Nicholas with 3s and no fold equity will pass. Jans pass. Ole, okay. Award the chips to that man. 11.5, just showing you how to chip up, although this could be problematic. He's got I wonder if he just rips here. No, okay. What's it? 170, 140. 1 point, still too many blinds. So he does open, and now, gets shoved on. And snap call, ace 8, ace jack in the lead. Can there be a chink in Ole's armor? Just a little. Maybe a board pair for a chop sweat that seems, the jack, but doesn't necessarily want it. Picks up additional outs, 7 or a queen. And GG's. Jared Jaffee, don't even hold your tongue. I mean, I know what you're thinking. This is GG's all around. Tough for Nicholas, great for Ole. And now, again, 3-handed. Giveaway live. Got to hit the thumbs up. Got to type in GGPoker, space Jared, space your GGPoker name or someone you know. Got to hit the thumbs up, though, in the YouTube chat. That is part of it. Over 1,000 watching. Thank you for tuning in. Again, Jared Jaffee alongside Jeff Gross. We are calling a winner. Episode 38 of the GG Millions. And
what we're going to do is, Jeff, we're going to announce an even more special giveaway. Is Jeff has decided that today he's going to give 2 lucky viewers. What did you say? $1,000 each straight out of your bank? What did you say? Venmo, Zelle? What is it?
We do have a $50 retweet that I can get the link one more time for you guys there. That's what we have.
I thought you said 1,000. You didn't say 1,000?
It's $50. But did you retweet it? You did, right? You did retweet it.
Yeah, of course. But I could have swore you said you were giving away 1,000. I must have been mistaken.
I did not do that. I did not do that. We are ace 4, queen 5, ace 4 will have the winning hand there, but I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Trying to get you a viewership here.
We got a lot of new viewers. We got a lot of regulars, and I'm going to get the link out here for the $50 retweet as well, because in case you are, there it is. I put it up. So 2 giveaways going on today. Ace 3 suited. Jan's going to pick it up. Shows the ace. Demands a bit of respect, this player. He's also one of the breakout players for live last year, and really tough opponent here. AD hanging in. Are you nervous or what? I mean, what's that? 1.7 to 15 mil?
I'm concerned.
Yeah. I mean, this would be tough. It's never over till it's over. AD's really fought hard, got in the best hand, had to get a couple extra sweats. To the river, ace 9, 9, 4. 9, 4 suited comes out betting. Ace nine calls 4 ball, Jared, on the turn. This is actually, I know, yeah. Ole's got some like spiritual yoga vibe stuff going. I don't know what his pregame routine is, but he has got himself a winner again in semi-dramatic fashion. The 4 on the turn, ace nine, gotta feel like mildly good. The 10's a little concerning, but really was the 4 that he needed to be worried about, and that's what came. And let's see if Ole just snap checks back, takes the pot, 12.7 million. Little frustrating if you're at the table. It just feels like it is kind of going his way. Seven, eight suited, decides to fold. Interesting. Just,
Wow,
I guess,
interesting.
just stack size matchups. Just not a lot of great results there to contend with 8 high, but that is interesting. And 2.8 million as the blinds are up to 40-80. Blinds getting narrower. 20 blinds for AD. Limps in. Jans checks back, makes the 4. Jack 8 out of position here. Maybe a small bet. Makes sense. He gets to maybe have bigger hands, right? Jans into 2 pair. And this is going to be a tough, if there is multiple barrels, 0% equity is usually not where you want to be semi-bluffing. So he does slow down.
No, yeah, but he's going to shut it down there. Yeah. I mean, Jans is just hoping that he's got some showdown value against him there, but he's just going to give up, and we're going to go into the next hand. Well, 2 pair, top pair, gutter. This could be interesting.
Yeah, this has got the makings of a big pot. And 6-8, bottom 2, 9-10 with a ton of hand here. And let's see if he can find a way to improve yet again, as at the moment 6-8 just sort of in check call formation with a very strong I shouldn't say strong 2 pair, but strong situation, vulnerable though. And when he gets put on this sizing, do you close your eyes and call, or do you decide to announce yourself?
I think it's time to announce himself.
And if
so many bad rivers.
Well,
I guess if you're going to make a boat on the river, you don't need to announce yourself quite yet.
And now the question is, do you bet, because Ole will check back 9x, will check back some overpairs potentially, maybe not overpairs, but I'm just curious if he comes out with the bet and just decides Ole's so strong, so sharp that he's going to know how to check back a lot here. So he does. What's that?
He bets, 2 blinds?
Wow, that's actually interesting because, yeah, I guess he's sort of like potentially getting an induced there, and maybe a hand with like ace 9 might just like raise it anyway. But yeah, I'm interesting. I kind of like it. I do feel like it looks weak.
Yeah, I mean, he was obviously trying to induce a raise by Ole there. But Ole's too sharp.
Yeah, that's frustrating when you don't really know in that spot. You just kind of try to think how to get my opponent to react to something, but I don't want to like overdo it on Ole. And he's also run phenomenal, but he is just so talented and tough. It just seems like he has the right answer and the right.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to make a whole lot of mistakes. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And when you're running good and you're playing good, it's a tough combination to beat.
Though. This is the thing with poker. It's like he did get in queens to ace king suited, right, for the tournament. Basically, like at that moment, he was out.
Well, but it was ace king versus ace. There was another ace king out there, and here this is really interesting. Top pair. Then you got the nut flush draw, so we could see some chips get in this pot.
Yeah, both players aware of the short stack, but even so, Jans, some point you just have like a lot of hand. This is one of those cases. Let's see if he starts check raising or just calling. So again, maybe aware of ICM, maybe aware of just also there's some, there's bluffs too here that you get to keep in that kind of.
Ole's going to bet big here.
Yeah, that's such a wet board. The 3-4-8 with the hearts, the straights, 5-6, 5 deuce. I guess it's small blind, big blind, right? Ranges are wide, hearts as well, which it happens to be.
Just under a pot size bet there. Jan's obviously not going anywhere.
Yep. Can't fold, can have the best hand, can make the nuts as well. Well, nut flush.
Well, can't make the nuts, but.
Yeah, nut
flush. That card could potentially slow Ole down. especially after the way the 6-8 played.
He also realizes, like, you know, that, yeah, he's got such a dominant lead. Does he want to put extra chips sort of haphazardly in? I mean, that was probably close to value betting, but also a lot of respect for Jans, no doubt. He knows that Jans is super talented, going to make really good decisions. So doesn't maybe go quite so thin in certain spots. And that is, you know, that's a good pot for that hand and situation. Pretty lucky to miss, right? The ace jack, 2 overs, nut, hearts, just everything doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's all coming up Ole.
Here we go. 6-4-7-4 and 6 in the lead. Ole deciding, does he want to pull the trigger here? Does he just kind of give up? It's actually kind of a weird one because the guy has a jack, might react differently. And he is going to go for it here. And if you are AD, I mean, at some point you got to take a stand. This seems reasonable. But again, calling vulnerable. And wow, I mean, Jared, I will say that is honestly, out of all the ridiculousness, like this is the fact that he takes a 0 equity basic bluff, a 3-outer equity bluff, and just pings it on the river when AD hangs in, makes a good call. This is pretty wild. And like, I mean, does he just know he's got ace, like a bigger, you know, 6x or king high, or he does check, and AD going to probably be very happy to check back. And that is a pretty crazy hand. That's a pretty crazy river, be honest.
He's got to be so breathless. If I'm AD, I'm just like, what the fuck? And AD's going to be all in yet again this hand. And he's going to have 70%.
Well, he's going to get a fold. It looks like a limp fold for the 10 blinds. King 9 off. He didn't min raise. He just doesn't want to give up a chip. I don't think he's going to limp call off King 9 off. I don't think. No.
He limped or he min raised? I can't see the blind. I can't see the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just limped. Okay.
Just again,
it's hard for me to see this.
Recognizing the situation, just sort of again a decision at times. Why min raise? Why shove? Certain hands are valuable, but
so he's going to get 2 shoves through in a row, which is nice when you're on the short stack like that. And he's, you know, he's got a third of second place stack, so he's still got a while to go. And looks like we're going to have another raise and take it here. No, I'm sorry. He's going to defend, obviously, Jack 9.
What are your thoughts on trophies? Someone in the chat, my man, saying give Ole the trophy. Do you like, if there's certain online events you think they should give trophies? Kind of back in the day, Full Tilt, they gave shirts for a bounty, which, you know, costs money. Yeah,
I mean, I think in big events, yeah, there should be a trophy. I don't know about these, you know, that they have every week. Probably don't need a trophy for that.
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl of it. Like, I agree, there should be a cutoff, but a 10K online event's a pretty big buy-in. Like, they don't have like even yeah, it's once a week, but I don't know, it's not that crazy. I was thinking more like, yeah, where's the cutoff at the buy-in or field size or something? Because like my idea would be that you would have the trophy and you would send it. What do you call it? You would like do at the end of the year. So let's say you played all year round, you win 3 trophies or 6 to qualify, you get 1 box at the end of the year and like the trophies. So I don't know. Anyway. You're not playing much online, so I don't think it's as relevant to you. Just curious if we could get in the head.
Yeah, I mean, how many people registered this tournament to start?
I think 166 total entrants, so maybe some multiple entrants, yeah.
Ole's got queens, in case anyone was wondering.
Oh, really? It's interesting. There's some trophies for $100 events in some of the sites I'm hearing in other states. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to do it. Why not? Like, it's cool, man. It's hard to win. It's hard to win a tournament. It is.
Ole can't catch a break. Likely will turn or river a set here, though.
Maybe a small bet. No, I'm curious on these if it's small bet. Sometimes I guess queens is higher up than like doesn't need protection versus like 7s, so it doesn't. Yeah, and then you get the free river here. He just thinks he can be good so often. Checks back, no chips put in. Now A7 maybe a bet.
Yeah.
And does he even call? I mean, I guess depends size.
Probably not.
Yeah, it just seems like it's hard to pry. It's like you got to pry chips out of Ole.
How about a shove?
King, ace six, king, check, check.
It was check, check twice.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he's gonna fold there. It's just, you know.
textbook. It's just textbook is what it is. It's just guy can't get anything wrong. Yeah, really just been a wild run here. Check back.
Always finds a piece.
Deuce was already in the lead. Goes small 5-6. Does it get a little backdoor clubs? 5 or 6 can be good. There's a limp pot, but then you're dead against a 9. You're just kind of guessing, and Ole shows the willingness to multiple barrel. Take a look at that chess clock, and that is a spicy turn. If you're gonna float, you pick up the straight.
Yeah, I mean,
draw
if you're gonna
draw.
call the flop, that's definitely a turn card that you're looking for.
And Ole, no fear, just absolutely pile in, big bet. And now, if you're Jans, do you get to call and maybe not? I mean, yeah, you don't raising doesn't make sense really. Calling seems to make sense, but you do have 6 high, and then you can have some bluffs on the river. You can also get there. But interesting. Does he ever raise? It's 900K, by the way. AD over there, short looking to. He's loving to see this chips kind of getting put in the middle of the chance. There could be a cooler right now. Raise now with 6 high, semi bluff, checks the temperature for Ole. And Ole gonna give it up. Nice play there. Actually, yeah, it makes sense to just call. Doesn't necessarily make sense, and it's at the same time to get blown off there would be pretty brutal. But well played by Jans. Keeps himself in the game. 4 mil, 12 mil matchup. AD hovering around a Milski. 40-80 blinds. Needs help. Six, 4, 4-10 pair for AD. Jans with, doesn't really. He's got such nothing in his hand. It doesn't take much. Doesn't hurt to take a shot here, right? Semi bluff on the straight, the whatever. You just have nothing. If you get resistance, you get out of the way. And if you're AD, this is sort of troubling because, again, one of those spots could be good. You get to hold on. Do you get to a river? Does your opponent release pressure? Are you even winning? Does hang in for 1. And 4-10. Do you want to disperse chips to AD potentially?
I think yeah. I like this bet by Jans. I really do. And he's rewarded for his bet. This AD just this poor guy. This poor guy.
Yeah, this is tough.
Well, they reward him with kings, but he's going to lose to Ole's ace 10 here.
Kings to ace 10. Dinner's on the line, sweat's on the line. It's honestly a bit out of hand. This feels, I mean, they're not really going to tease him with the top and be no good, is it? Is it really going to be AD back to a mill? 5 out or 1? Hello.
Wow.
There you go.
Look at that. This man should just only play all-in pots. He goes all in, he wins, he loses half his stack playing post, and then he wins, all in and wins again. What he does. But he's fighting for you, Jeff.
He's out
there fighting for you. And ace king for Jans, and a very attractive Jack 9 suited for Ole.
Yeah, there's so many hands. There's so many interesting hands today, honestly. But also a lot of run good in spots, but for certain ones. But there's been some very interesting ones. And this is, wow, 40-80 on the limp. And I mean, if you're Ole, Jack 9 suited, like that's not one you really want to be limp folding. I guess you limp fold to the jam and you are going to come in. And this could get problematic if Ole gets creative here. Ace King just smashes, snap, crackle, and pop that board. That is a big flop. And I guess just the King 8 backdoor 2 overs to the 8. But like, I don't know. Is it enough small size to maybe peel one? But and
oh my God,
is that real life? Whatever happens, this turn is so wild. Like to get the one card in the whole deck to hit you the magic turn. Like this is literally you bet small and now a big bet though. You know, there are floats with spade, whatever, Jack Queen. You know, there are some floats here. You never imagine.
And obviously, you know, he could just put Jans in fucking ICM jail here. It's just, or at least try to.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting to go third pot there. I thought he might go bigger.
I mean, Jans is constructing himself a potential chip lead neutral, right? If he's somehow able to get the money here and double, although there's not, I guess what the ace of spades is the one like super money crazy card. There's not a ton of like, I mean, I guess there are. So, I mean, this is just too much.
Good Lord.
He's got the king of spades too. Just like to sort of discount that potential. This is a wild deal. I'll be honest. This is one of the wilder streams, one of the wilder heat runs, and to be one of the most decorated tournament players of all time, live and online, and then just get this.
The question is, does he put him in, or does he just try to get value?
He's slamming it.
Yeah, he's slamming
super slam with the 800K. You can level the whole situation. AD can't believe what's happening because this is going to be a tank. 1 minute 30 on the chess clock, and he is going to probably use some. They say think long, think wrong. This was just can't fold the king. And AD can't believe. Look at that pay jump. Our friend just got a word. If we could take a look there, 12.7 lifetime earnings for Jans. GG, tough one. About 60 stacks. Let's call it 57K going in AD's pocket. And hey, who would have thought with the blowout potential, we now have a, 32-1, 35-1 chip deficit, but we have a chance and we have a dinner still on the line. It's not over. AD fighting, the audience at home sweating 50. Jared is sweating, and we are sweating.
I'll tell you what, if you want, we could double the bet.
You're willing to do that? That sounds a little crazy. Sounds a little crazy, but well, let me think about it. Let's see if he can get a double in there.
Can we just go back to the fact that somehow Ole stacks him on that last hand with the Jack 9 suited on the King 8 rainbow flop? I mean,
that the 10 of spades was a lot. That was honestly a lot to take. That was like a pretty wild to mentally have that happen. And then the too many out thing. Most people would just be too many outs. They get bluffing, and then I think he had a king.
Ole's just good here with 7 high. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, this is just a
and
lot.
This will be the end of the stream. Congratulations to Ole for holding on with King 8.
King 8, Queen 10. Can we get a little bang for the buck on the heads up? We're an hour 45 in. King 8, Queen. Turn Jacker 8. No. Nope. Clean. River, 6 outs, 1 to come. Jared, you may have a.
I'm hungry
today. It is a clean run out. Ole Shemian, just bang, bang. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. It is a absolute crushing performance. Just wild. This was a wild deal. Total wins lower right. 5-time GGMillion champion. And again, don't want to discount his ability for how well he ran, but hey,
I would
Ole
like
at
to
home, you got to smile.
Jeff, can
you got to
get
smile
in
on that one day. You were just locked in. This was crazy. Give me a takeaway. Give me a takeaway, Jared.
Yeah, I mean, the takeaway is that really, really good players who run really, 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 really well are probably going to win the tournament. And I also think that having me on the stream was big for Ole. And we should probably contact him. I feel like maybe, a nice 3% or something like that would be fair if you can get in touch with him for me.
I will reach out. Actually, Ole, who is one of the ones I've known for a long time, see him on the tour, never gotten to really get to know him or talk to him much. So if he's watching, would love to have Ole on the show. One of those guys you have to have a backup for. because he is at the final table frequently. So that could be an issue in itself. But we have been having some of the top leaders of the GG Million on the stream. And Ole, open invitation. Love to have you on. And what a performance, and really what a sun run. You made quick work. You got Jared some beach time in Florida today, get a little suntan, and honestly, a great performance. And guess what? Next week we have another Jaffee, Jonathan Jaffee, not to be confused with Jared Jaffee, also a world-class player. Jared, who do you take, you and Jonathan, in a heads-up match for rolls? Who are you going with?
I mean, yeah, I would destroy him. I mean, and he knows that too. You ask him, he'll tell you.
We'll talk about that. That's going to be your guess.
I've been the best Jaffee for, over a decade now, and talk about a sun runner. John Jaffee. I earned it.
I think he's actually final 2 tables of the main event at Hard Rock right now with a lot of chips, doing well. So good luck to him. We'll see him next week. Jared, we thank you for the time. Again, you can watch him on a previous podcast episode I've had. I have to look at what number it was. It was a while ago, and you can follow him on Twitter. Where can they follow you on Twitter, Jared? What's your handle?
Jared Jaffee 21, I believe it is.
Yep. Don't take it personal.
It's good Twitter.
He is active. One of the best.
I have some opinions.
You will find, definitely controversial, but exciting at the same time. Everyone, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week on the GG Millions. Jared, thank you for the time. Appreciate everyone. Good luck, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 1:45 Eastern. Thank you, everyone.